passion in my sound. Like, Lord, as I pray, give me the motivation to pursue my place. And if I seem to find death before I find my way, then I ask my soul, you take desperation. Yeah. You know I had to do this one.
When I ran into you, I was like, yeah, I may need to come up off the swag and get back to rapping, cause it came to a point to where like, yeah, you riding beat, you know, yeah, I was riding beats and you know, like making good music. But at the same time, like at the end of the day, I respect and love hip hop. So it's like, now you was on some cocky stuff when I met you. You know what I mean? The first thing this man said to me when I got in the room, Fresh brought me over there, Didi brought me over there. We sitting down. I got the off season, my first mixtape in hand. I'm just peeping the situation. This man said, who's your 5 favorite rappers? So I'm going through the list. I got Lupe, 3 Stacks. I like Jada. I'm going through the list. So I said, oh, well, I'm about to slide in there about 3 or 4. First thing he said when I met him, you know what I mean? Like on some, I'm gonna be in your top by tonight, nigga. I'm like, so I mean, at first I was like, you know what I mean? Cause we in Dallas, you know what I mean? I'm just meeting the nigga, you know what I mean? Like everybody rap. Like, oh, you rap too? Yeah, my neighbor do that, my little brother do that, my cousin. You know what I mean? So I'm like, alright, cool. So I gave the brother a chance, you know what I mean? We listened to him, and like by the end of the night, I did respect him. I ain't gonna say he slid in my top that night. But I respect him, you know what I mean? I respect him. Like he's a real lyricist, and he showed me that. And like I've been around for about 3 years. There's nobody I know, like famous or unfamous, who consistently delivers like X does. You'll never just hear X half-ass on the track. The real like, alright. Like every single track, like the delivery, like out of everybody in the squad, no disrespect to Fresh, no disrespect to Words, Didi, but delivery, like off top, was just solid, concise, clear. He just got a certain style. And then and I'm an audio engineer, so I hear rapper after rapper after rapper after rapper, and I haven't worked with anybody who has a more concise delivery than X. And I feel like he's powerful on the track. Like when he starts rapping, like you listen. Like it's just that type of rapper. So like it made me step up. It made me step up, my lyrical game. It made me step up my precision. Now I'm still out swagging, nigga. Still out swagging, nigga. But like overall, like I would actually humble myself to say that X is a better rapper than me. I will say that. I humble myself to say he's a better rapper. Can't put me on the artist skill. But I will say he's a better rapper. And I humble myself to say that because that's my dude. And what made me strong was we did a project called X1 Lesson 1. Now, that's on the website, www.d1nation.com. That's D-E-W-N, Nation. Alright, that's on the website. Shameless plug. So, X1 Lesson 1 was like on some just mathematical lyricism. We did a tandem project. It was just me and him on it. And we knocked it out fairly quick, but just doing that project with him made me step up as a lyricist, because it's like if I don't come with it, like Fresh said, it's gonna be all X and that other nigga that was on the mixtape. You know what I mean? So just doing music with him on a consistent basis, I feel like it's made everybody in the camp step up. So I will say that.
You with indecision. My design, the rhyme is like the mighty crimson. Roll Tide. See you tigers is slightly kitten. On mine, nigga, there's no room left for your 808.
Wow, man. Humbling myself, realizing, when we first started 09, right after Mike Jack died, realizing I sucked. We just dropped we had a group that didn't even get mentioned called Marcus LeClaire, right? It was me and Didi at first, and then he ran to X. And and we met X, I realized, man, I sucked. You know, it's like straight up and down. I sucked, and every day after that, I was trying not to suck. And then trying not to suck every day, I stopped sucking, period. You know, and it became, man, just try to, you know, get on there and say maybe one tight line to, you know, I want to be the best person on this track every time. You know, and it's hard, and sometimes you don't do it, but you're in great company trying to do it. You know, so it's been a growth process, but it's been a quick one for me, just being around these guys and seeing how they do what they do. I mean, like I said, I'm the oldest in terms of being an artist. I'm the youngest. I only been doing it like 3 years trying to rap, or rap, whatever.
Yeah. I hear him going in. Nigga walk into a room, you gon' know it's
like, okay, let's do this movement. Let's make this movement. Let's make this happen. So, shout out to Trell in Oklahoma City, grinding and doing this thing. And I appreciate you, bro, for doing that. My other nigga, Milo the Great, Myra Muhammad, that's my nigga. Believed in me. Sits on my phone to this day. You can do this, big bro. Just keep grinding, keep doing your thing. That's what it's about to me. It's about my nigga Terrian Adams, my nigga Ted Curtis, my nigga Walter Boyd, Ben Uzo, hooping now, Jerome Jordan, hooping in the NBA. Shout out to Jerome out there with the Knicks doing his thing. These are niggas in my life, man, that really believed in me. You know, shout out and rest in peace to, you know, Anthony Germany. You know, that nigga believed in my dream. Wilson Holloway, that nigga believed in my dream. And it's like, think about this. These are young cats that died before it was their time to do so. You know what I mean? And I could always go to, and they always had something encouraging to say to me. And so I hold tight to those things. You know, I don't want to be your regular rapper. I don't want to sell millions of records but sacrifice who I am. I remember an interview that Pac had, one of his last ones, and he was like, the difference is that I can look into the mirror and I can still see my soul. I still understand who I am. No matter what I'm making. If it's Brenda's Got a Baby or How Do You Want It. No matter which one of those tracks that it is and how far one is from the other. You know, the bottom line is that nigga looked in the mirror and he could see his soul. And that's me. I don't gotta question who I am. Yeah, I got a wife and I have 3 children. That's not a hindrance. Nigga, that's my backbone. That's the reason I get to stand up every day. That's the reason why it's 3 o'clock in the morning now and I'm gonna turn around and wake up at 6 and go to work. I love them. That is my instant motivation. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not trying to live no persona or do a life that is glamorous to others. I don't pop bottles in the club, niggas. I don't make it rain on these hoes. But guess what? Me not doing those things is what's gonna guarantee that I don't just get rich when I stay rich. Prioritize, man. Get everything that you do in your life in order, so you don't have to get to a point, you know, to this low. Yeah, I mean, it's a gift and a curse. There's a cliche that's biblical, which I believe in, so whatever. Many are called, but few are chosen, and people don't understand, you know, exactly what that means. So what does that mean? What it means is, nigga, is that there is 7 billion people walking on the earth with the same opportunity to be great. Many are called, but few decide, I'ma answer my phone. Alright, I'm ready, God, what you got? Few are chosen. Few are able to understand their responsibility. I know that I don't wake up every day and I have verses constantly running in my mind. It's to a point, I'm not on Jay's status or Ye's status or Weezy's status as far as I just go in the booth and spaz out. I'm not there. But I can tell you this, the reason why I can compose something that is great lyrically in the time that I do it is because all day, all I've been doing is thinking about hip-hop music. All I've been doing is thinking about delivery. All I've been doing is thinking about punchlines. All I've been doing is thinking about metaphors. So when I get to the lab, nigga, me writing on that BlackBerry is composing my thoughts. That's all it is. Because I know that I've been called to do something, and I decided to answer my phone. And I belong in hip-hop music, and that's what bothers me. That's what troubles me. You know who shares in that sentiment? That's cats that are either my age or younger that I look up to because they did it their way. That's the Big Crits. You know what I'm saying? That's the Kendrick Lamars, Schoolboy Q's. These niggas is young niggas that decided they wanted to do something the way that they wanted to do something. J. Cole, I'ma do it how I feel like doing it. Wale, I'ma do it how I feel like doing it. So if the world like it or they accept it, so be it. But I'm still do it how I want to do it. So if ever, this is straight up and down. X1, no major deals, nobody knows who I am, local nigga from Dallas, thus far. If I ever meet y'all niggas, understand this. I respect y'all's grind. I look up to y'all's grind. I'm learning from y'all's grind. So as you go through this with me, you know what I mean? As you walk through this thing with me, you now have an understanding of what I'm going through. You now have an understanding as to why the tape is gonna sound how it's gonna sound. You have an understanding as to why I don't compromise. Why my schedule is so locked down tight, because I have prioritized my life. As important as hip hop is to me, it still has to be third place. I have a Lord and Savior, I have a family, then I have my music. So when niggas don't understand why I'm unavailable, there it is. And if you can't get with that, so be it. But understand this, if you have the patience to deal with what I'm dealing with and walk with me as opposed to trying to change who I am, I guarantee you, you get me inside of a booth, greatness is gonna happen. Point blank, period. Every single bar. You think about going through this thing, you think about people that go with you. So the man behind the camera is C4. I haven't met many individuals in my life that are so youthful in age, but are so wise in decision making. If you surround yourself with people like that, this cat lives on the other end of the earth, decided to come out here and point a camera at me just so I could have an opportunity, because I went to him as my brother and said, bro, I ain't desperate, and wouldn't know, say, bro, you know, let me get this and that for doing this for you. It's a man of integrity that understood another man of integrity, and so what they did was came together in an attempt to make something that has not been made. Have there been documentaries on rappers coming up? Absolutely. Rappers with a larger fan base than I have. But that's the difference. I'm just getting started. So you would literally get to walk with me throughout my entire career and be responsible for my success. Should you choose to do that? Should you find a reason to do that? And I'm hoping and I'm praying through my music that you do find that reason. See what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beg you to listen. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. There'll be other cats that interview, that do music with me. The reason why it's important for you to see that is because these niggas ain't tooting my horn. I don't have nothing to offer but art. They not tooting my horn for the sake of tooting my horn. These niggas say what they say about me because that's how they genuinely feel. And I need any fan base that I attain to have that same connection. X1 is not always serious. X1 is not always goofy. X1 is not always happy. X1 is not always mad. X1 is always human. I'ma disappoint y'all. I'ma make y'all feel like I should have did something that I didn't do. I'ma make y'all feel like, you know, well, why did he decide to do a track with this cat when he could have did a track? I'm gonna do that to y'all. Why did he decide to make mistakes? Why did he decide? I'm gonna do that to y'all. But understand I'm human just like you, and that's how we relate. That's why you'll be able to walk with me. The fact that I'll never change the foundation of who I am is why you can choose to walk with me. Why you can cop the Desperation. Why you can listen to that album and understand what I'm going through. Why you can listen to the prelude to the album and how I talk about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like that is some of the realest thing that I'm dealing with hip hop. Because I see it as a female. Shout out to Common for doing that. I used to love her. I see her as a female. And you know, I tell her that I'm leaving. She tells me that I'm needed. I tell her again and she simply repeats it. You're my one and only, have never been my ex since we were introduced, so why you wanna exit? I gotta go, mama, cause desperation doesn't end up with no drama. And even if I stuck around, these niggas wouldn't feel my sound, trying to push my turban back like I'm Osama. They wouldn't appreciate it. They wouldn't understand my sound, what I'm doing. So I love the city that I'm in. I love the experiences that I'm having. But Dallas, as much as I love you, I'm not compromising for you. I'll ask you to grow with me. I'll ask you to believe in an artist that is not going to be a localized market. My city, Oklahoma City, they believe in me. They know me. They know me so much that they know why I had to leave if I was gonna pursue this dream. So I came to a bigger city. I came to the, New York, LA of the South. I did that. I came here. There's tons of potential here. There's tons of artists that deserve a run. Shout out to J-Mac. Shout out to X-Men. Shout out to Kid Lyric. Shout out to Simo. There's tons of niggas here that if given the opportunity that we're discussing, skies is the limit, man. Give us a chance. Step out the club, get into your car, reach into your soul, press play. It's very, very simple. So, in conclusion, man, this is what I'm doing, and this is it. And I want you to walk with me. I want you to take this journey with me. I want you to tune into the YouTube and just get a better understanding of what's going on. Get a better understanding of who I am as an individual. Because when you understand me and you listen to my music, the rest is inevitable. It's bound to happen. I was called and chosen to do this. So, Desperation's coming, man. Until next time, hopefully I won't be so serious and political on y'all niggas. Y'all get to see me in a little different element. But I mean, it's important that we get that out the way. Final shout outs, because I don't want nobody to be mad. Mama, I love you. Charlene Thomas, she is pretty awesome. Shout out to my eldest brother who completely held me down when I was trying to find my way as a young man. That's Reggie Thomas Jr. In the interest of keeping it real, me and my pops, after many years of a misunderstanding, many years, I'm 26 now, so maybe 14 years of a misunderstanding, are beginning to reconcile. So shout out to my pops. Shout out to my cousin Ray Sean, like a big sister to me. My cousin Shamel, which honestly is the reason why y'all have me as hip hop. She went out to DC with her pops, brought back some Common like water for chocolate. I was done. Didn't have a choice. Shout out to my big cousin Rome. Shout out to my nanny, my aunts, the pillars of women that help raise me and support me. Shout out to my in-laws. I know that my mother-in-law never watched this because she is uber conservative Christian, and she loves me to death and never judges me, but hip hop's not a thing. But shout out to Clarice Richardson, and you know, my little brother with my marriage, which is Josh, and my little sister with that marriage, which is Nicole. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. Just walk with me, man. Anybody that I forgot to mention is not on purpose. It's mad late. Recreational activities over the course of time, and memory is not a good thing. Shout out to my whole TU family, Nuke, JB, my nigga Chico. Can't believe I almost forgot you. You would have been so mad. And his wife Chantel. We about to have a radio show, Dope Lounge Radio. Be on the lookout. I ain't got no voice. And that's pretty much it. Randy, Ty. Who am I forgetting? Chris, you play ball with me. All my niggas. Big Chris down here. Who else? I don't know how to name. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all's time. Tuck. I almost forgot about Tuck. It would have been tragic. But Jess J out in LA. Who else can I shout out? It's like they keep coming. Everybody. JG the Great, that's out in Oklahoma City. Met up with my nigga Dante Pompey. Shout out to you.
We'll be doing it all day.
Chris laughed at me, so I'm done talking to people. Look, I love y'all niggas. I appreciate y'all looking, man. I appreciate y'all taking the time out to really get to know me. And as this process progresses, man, I hope that y'all fall in love with my music. I do it for myself, but I do it for y'all's enjoyment. So that's the Holy Spirit. Anyway, that was really awkward. We gotta do something with that. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Keep tuning in, man. Listen to the music. Tape should be done in no time soon. So holla at your boy.
As I pray, give me the motivation to pursue my place. And if I seem to find death before I find my way, then I ask my soul, you take desperation. Yeah, what a nigga gotta do? Join the